Alright friends, it's T and I'm back with another video on our good friend, the fitness slave, JasonBlaha, Strength and Fitness. He writes here, now that I'm improving my physique, I challenge the physique purists to get strong. Well, yeah, that's, bro, everybody, you're all gonna get strong at lifting weights in a gym because it's an adaptation process. Now, I can't tell you how good all of you are going to get in the gym. Some might get better than others, some won't. Some will build some muscle, some won't build some muscle, some will build some fake muscles, some will not build the fake muscle, some will build no muscle, and some will build some fake and real muscle, real and not fake muscle, and whatever, vice versa. Like, nobody can tell you, man. It's all relative. It's something you need to figure out. So I agree with JasonBlaha, what he says in this video. Let's review this video.
It's JasonBlaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about something that needs to come up as a conversation. And I have, for a while now, I've been working actually on my physique, really, for the first real time. It's always been strength performance.
He has, for the first time, he's been working on his physique. Well, he's been kind of looking like that for quite a while now, but I don't see too much happening there, but okay, whatever.
That's all this stuff previously, and I'm now doing physique stuff. People have complimented, said, wow, you're the best you've ever looked, and I've said
He's now doing physique stuff? That's all he's been doing is bodybuilding the whole time, and then complaining about bodybuilding, which is really weird. For a guy that hates bodybuilding and complained a lot, calling it gay for paid shit, this, that, and all of a sudden now he's telling you that I gotta work on my physique. This is the most important thing in the world. What does that say about the person's character if he's so negative about all these things? He's so negative, bro. I'm not negative about bodybuilding, about powerlifting, about anything. I say, people, you lift, do whatever you want. I simply explain to what people are getting. I'm not saying these are bad things. I'm saying, do what is best for you. I always say that in my videos. You understand me? I'm simply explaining according to their regime what they're doing. These are the results that they're getting according to science. And here's the science in PubMed, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, man, I'm not against anything that people are doing out there. You want to work on your physique, go ahead. You want to lift heavy weight, go ahead. You want to do partial reps, go ahead. I do call out that crazy person, the puppet fear, doing these crazy lifts, which have nothing to do with, like, it's just crazy, beyond crazy. I don't know, but yeah, he's about the only person, because I don't know, that's an autistic brain lifting. I call it it's crazy lifting, man, psychiatric lifting. But anyway, JasonBlaha, he can lift. He's a lifter. He's straight up, man. He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything that I would say is out of the ordinary. I don't know. Working on his physique, I guess that's, it's self-conscious thing. He's working on his physique. The way he sees himself, and the way, he's upset because people keep calling him out looking shitty. So he's trying to improve himself so he can silence the haters.
I'm just getting started. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep working towards it, until it impresses.
And you should do that. You should work towards your goal. But when it comes to this part where he says, well, until it impresses the masses, the only person you need to impress is really yourself, to tell you the truth. But it does help in public because scrutiny is extremely high when it comes to physical looks in public. It's a known fact.
Pretty much everybody. And then the haters stop about that. And I've made pretty good progress. And I have told other strength athletes and powerlifters and people, hey, you should.
I would say he's made tremendous progress, I suppose. I don't know, man. I mean, compared to his old physique. Like I said, I agree with everything that he says in this video. I just don't agree the fact that he was putting down bodybuilding and calling it gay for pay and screaming and yelling about it, and it was crap and all that. And now he's turned that around, and he says there's nothing wrong with that. What? It just, this sudden change of heart is really, it's so heartwarming, man. I don't know. Whatever the hell is going on here in this guy's head, I don't know. But yeah, look, man, powerlifting and bodybuilding is all one thing. That's what bodybuilders do. You're working on getting good at lifting heavy weight. At the same time, you're working on your physique. That's why You're doing isolation, these smaller isolation movements with the big four, the deadlift, the OHP, the bench press, and the squat. That's what bodybuilders do. This is good. I don't know what he's talking about, but whatever. It's 2 in 1. See what I mean? But you want to work on all your muscle groups, even the small ones. They do need work to get stronger by getting structural damage, making them stronger so they're resilient from getting fucking a real bad injury.
You should probably have abs. You should diet down. You should get lean. You should do some curls. You should work on your arms. Okay? There's no reason to not look good. All right? We're going to put in all this time training. We're going to do all this stuff. Yeah. Come on.
Exactly, I agree. You should be bodybuilding because bodybuilding is superior to any of these so-called not so superior sports because they all took everything from bodybuilding and it's deficient. Look, powerlifting is deficient because it only focuses on the big three, or you could say the big three or the big four with OHP, okay? The big four. And they're not focused on the smaller stuff. Small stuff is just as important as the big stuff. See what I mean? And so if you've excluded them, then it's deficient. The sport is deficient. You understand me? But if you see some 70 powerlifters, some 70s, the guys from the 70s, powerlifters, God damn, do they look jacked, man. Holy shit. You should see some of these powerlifters, bro. They look like professional bodybuilders. Christ. They just look so damn jacked back in the day. I was shocked when I looked at these magazines about powerlifting. Show this guy lifting some heavyweight Olympic lifter or whatever. Man, they look so jacked, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, even the swim team in China was jacked.
No harm in saying, hey, you know what? Maybe I'd like to look good naked. You know? Maybe I should try to look decent. Maybe I should try to look good. Right? You're putting all this work, you might as well make your body a work of art. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, I agree. Make it a work of art. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Yes, okay.
In fact, I would say it's a very positive thing.
I would say in bodybuilding, it's a byproduct of what you're doing. If you get a nice physique, well, if you lose body fat and you're showing muscularity, whatever, in bodybuilding, showing that muscularity, it goes two hand in hand. I mean, the look and the lifting, it kind of goes together, kind of. But it's a byproduct of what you're doing, man, really.
For someone to do, right? Be the best version of ourselves. Now, as I've made that...
Oh, I love this one. Be the best version of yourself. Be all that you can be. Join the army. Yeah, man.
Statement I've seen. Fitness culture, what was physical culture 50 years ago, 60 years ago? All of those guys looked...
They were all bodybuilders, that's what they were.
Good, and they were strong. Okay?
They looked good and they were strong, the golden era. Yeah, they were obsessed definitely with bodies and lifting.
They all cared about both. They all wanted to be lean, they all wanted nice abs, they all wanted nice biceps, but they were all also strong. Take tons of those golden era guys, and I'm talking even before the gear use went crazy. Right?
Yeah.
Deadlifting over 500 pounds is perfectly normal.
Deadlifting 500 is normal, man. Even Jesse's doing it on Athlete X. He's deadlifting 500, and what about it, man?
Benching 315 for some reps was normal. Being able to crank out 15, 20 pull-ups while weighing 200 pounds was normal.
That's not normal. That's practiced strength. So it's not normal for anybody to crank out anything. This guy's crazy, man. It's not normal for anybody to lift any of these heavy weights, okay? It is abnormal, if anything. So, but people, they crank them because they're an adaptation process. You're going to a gym, you're doing something, you're going to get an adaptation. Whatever it is you're doing, gymnastics, I don't know, fucking... karate, swimming, whatever, you're gonna get an adaptation, okay, man? To whatever the hell you're doing, they're lifting boxes, the weights, whatever.
In those circles. So what's been lost here, guys? Like, why do you guys think that somehow what you were doing is better than back then? It was way better because everyone was just pursuing physical
Because they were bodybuilding. That's why. Yes. Thank you, JasonBlaha.
excellence. And physical excellence isn't just one-sided. It's not, oh, I'm going to be a purist about this one thing. No, you should be well-rounded. Are you trying to be the best version of yourself?
I love this guy. He shouldn't be a purist. He should be real well-rounded. Wasn't he the guy that was so against bodybuilding, bro? Fucking hated bodybuilding.
You trying to be the best version of yourself. And the funny thing is that you see the people who are pursuing these purist things, and
The funny thing, these purist things. The funny thing, his channel says strength and fitness. He's a fitness channel. Get it? And then he was against fitness. The fuck?
acting like they're everything, and these aren't people who are striving to be the best in the world. There's no compromise. Okay? If you, for example, bodybuilding side, unless your goal is to be Mr. Olympia, there is zero reason to you compromising and saying, well, I can't be lifter of the worldly heavyweights, so be strong. Same thing with looking good. Ironically, though, some of the best powerlifters in the world are starting to look like bodybuilders these days, aren't they? You see more of that. But then you're seeing the top bodybuilders are crazy strong too. So let's come back over to that point. Let's stop pretending that you guys are making a compromise. What you're doing is you're being lazy and pig-headed. That's what you're doing. Right? You are being lazy. You are not achieving excellence. Okay? And it's the people who I see the arguments online. I'll see them come over and I see it in different circles because I have friends who bodybuild. I have friends who are strength athletes. You'll see the bodybuilding guys will come over today and be like, well, your PRs, I'll see some guy, shouldn't count. It should be about how do you look in the mirror. And they act as if strength is irrelevant. And then the strong guys, I don't care about how I look as long as I deadlift, 600 pounds. Right, that's all nonsense. That's all coping. We can all do better. All of us need to admit there are benefits to all of it. There are benefits to all of it. All right? You know what? Looking good can get you better mates. It gets you respect. Can get you respect in social situations.
Of course it does, because people see that you take care of yourself. That you're into, how should I put it? That if you take care of yourself, you must take care of everything else that way as well.
Business situations, there's a lot of benefits in the pecking order to looking good.
There are a lot of benefits to looking good. Like you said, getting mates, getting people to be attracted to you, getting positions, jobs, this, that, whatever you're doing out there. It's a physical world, man. It's, how should I put it? You're in a rat race.
Strong is practical. Right? Being strong is useful and utilitarian. And it's
being strong, being good at lifting these objects. But what if you're not strong at doing calisthenics or gymnastics, Blaha? See what I mean? Being strong at calisthenics, you should be strong at calisthenics. Why are you just strong at lifting something? Why aren't you strong at doing arm wrestling? Why are you so weak? I mean, again, this strength thing he's talking about is stupidity.
Not like these things have to conflict. The guys are literally, I don't want to touch a heavy deadlift because I don't care about strength at all. I'm just trying to look at it.
Again, these are all adaptation processes. If you lift weights, your body will adapt to lifting those weights. If you do calisthenics, it'll adapt to doing calisthenics. If you do gymnastics, it will calibrate, it will adapt to doing gymnastics. If you're a swimmer, it'll adapt to swimming. That's all it is. So he's going to tell you, though, it's a carryover to other sports. I don't know if it's a carryover to other sports. Your body still has to adapt to that sport. So carryover or not doesn't really matter. That's ridiculous.
As if it's going to interfere with it. Come on. You guys know good and well. Particularly, I already know guys who pull that arm. If they're doing stuff, they're probably not really natural. They pull this arm natural. You're not natural. Because really jacked naturals are insanely strong. Every single time without.
Okay, I could say that. I was naturally jacked, but not jacked with sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. I'm not an endurance athlete. I'm a bodybuilder. As a bodybuilder, I periodically lift. I don't chronically lift. Only endurance athletes chronically lift. And I know what they get. It's called glycogen loading. They get sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. I don't do that.
Fail. I have never met one exception.
That's why I don't consider JasonBlaha a bodybuilder or really even a power lifter. He's chronically lifting. So it's definitely not bodybuilding. He's not building muscle because he's chronically lifting. So he's an endurance athlete. That's how I see him. I'm not saying he can't lift heavy. That's based on an adaptation process. But he's an endurance athlete. He'll never build muscle. You don't ever build muscle lifting chronically, chasing endurance. I'm sorry, that doesn't work in the real world. Maybe in his fantasy fake world, maybe. But I could tell you that if you're on a diet and you're chronically lifting, moving some weight around, and it doesn't have to be heavy, just doing a lot of something can cause a thermogenic effect. Definitely. You can do that if you want. You could do many things to get that thermogenic effect. And being on a carnivore diet and trying to remove a lot of this fat so you can reveal the muscles underneath for an aesthetic or physical look, what you're chasing. I don't know, man. That depends what you want to do.
In my 25 years in the iron game, not one. Not one.
Not one. It's 25 years in the game. I'm in the game a lot longer than him, man. 35 years.
Ever. So let's
I'm just not a chronic lifter like him.
get that out of the way. Powerlifting bros. I have not met one powerlifter whose deadlift went down because they did some curls. Alright. In fact, you'd be in a better weight class if you get leaner. So let's just call everyone on this and be like, look, we can all do better. But let's be clear, I've done the other stuff for just a bit, but I'm going to come back over and say, okay, I'm putting up. Like, I'm not just talking, I'm walking the walk. You guys see me dieting, getting leaner, I'm working on my arms, you know.
I see him dieting and getting leaner. I just see a dad bod here. Yeah, I don't know. You could say you're a slight bit leaner. Aren't you an ectomorph, man, too? I don't know. Yeah, but slight leaner, yeah. He's been lean the whole time.
Slowly tightening up that midsection. I'm doing all that stuff. I'm looking better. I'm not quite there yet. But we've made a lot of...
It's funny how he's focusing on his old age. He's 46 years old, and I'm focusing on my body. What? He said you want a body when you're young, when you're in your 20s, in your teens and 20s, even in your 30s. You want that nice body. That is the whole point. He's working on it now when he's practically 1 foot in the grave. Wow, that's great. Okay.
progress.
I'm not saying he shouldn't. I'm just saying what happened to the last 25 years?
So I've put up, I'm walking the walk, and I would challenge all these guys who were talking about purely aesthetics, purely bodybuilding. They're not even competing at any sort of level or high level. No, man. No, you guys are just posing. You're fakes. You're guys who say, I want a physique that looks strong and command.
No, man. Those guys are doing what is best for them. And I suggest you do what's best for you. Even if you are losing, Blaha.
Standing while being weak. No, get in and get strong. Get strong. I mean, at least have...
Get strong. You are strong. What are you talking about? Everybody who's born is strong. Okay? You're trying to get something in adaptation. That's what you're trying to do. Because you feel you're inadequate.
a minimum strength base. Get strong. That's all I'm asking. I don't think it's asking much. Otherwise, you guys are fakes. You're just fakes. You're phonies. You want to look strong without being strong. All right, guys, but that's...
Phonies, you want to look strong without being strong. Let me get this straight. So if you're in endurance lifting, if you're chronically lifting and you're getting sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, and your muscles are getting big, but they're filled up with glycogen, are you strong? I have a question. Are you strong? He says he equates strength with just lifting something heavy off the floor. But the question is, are you strong because you have a bunch of fluid in your muscles, pretend muscles? Are you strong? See what I mean? He says these people are getting big and jacked or whatever, looking strong, but are not strong. Yeah, I don't know. See what I mean? It's all relative, bro. See you in the next one. So what you think about that? Like, subscribe, support the channel. Comment down below. It helps the algorithm. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, friends. Physique.